Clients and friends, Mike Brady here. This week I want to talk about estate planning, wills, trusts, powers of attorney, etc. And you might say, oh gosh, Mike, this is such a boring topic. Maybe I don't have enough money that necessitate it. I don't have a taxable estate. Or I just don't find it important. And my answer is yes, you ought to do it. No matter what your asset level, you ought to at least have control. That's the big thing, control over to whom it goes to in the least amount of time, with the least amount of taxes and the least amount of hassle. Also, it's not just about death, about what happens after you die, but also what happens if you become incapacitated while you're still living. Who's going to make that, that decision of whether your arm gets, if you were in a bad accident, whether your arm gets amputated, if you're in the hospital? According to the individual state law, there's a hierarchy of who gets to make that decision. Your spouse, your children, your parents, your siblings, etc. But you know what? Maybe one of those people are someone who you don't want to make that decision. They just can't decide, or they always make the wrong decision. You don't want Uncle Joe to make the decision on your behalf, or whether or not something drastic happens to you. So you get to be in control of who makes the decision, who knows you best, and would make the decision in your behalf. So some of the documents that are included in estate planning that I highly recommend that you do, and if you already have your estate planning documents, be sure that they're reviewed. Be sure that you look at them at least every couple of years. That's my advice. I'm not a lawyer, but you know what? That's what my wife and I do, is we review it every couple of years, because the laws change and our views change on what we want done and who we want to be in charge. So the documents you ought to have are a will or a living trust. If you have more complicated situation, second, third marriage, you have a farm, a ranch, a house, you have a very large taxable estate, you might have irrevocable trusts of a whole bunch of, either charitable trust, charitable remainder trust, charitable lead trust, grid scratch, all different types of trusts that you can have. You also ought to have durable powers of attorney. That's who's going to make decisions on your behalf if you became incapacitated, specifically like financial decisions. Who's going to be able to withdraw if you're in a coma, take care of your financial affairs, who's authorized to do that even before you pass away. Healthcare powers of attorney, who makes healthcare decisions on your behalf, and a living will, which is what do you want, what extreme measures do you want. These are some of the things that an attorney can help you out with. You might say to yourself, gosh, I can just buy some program for 30 bucks down at Costco and do it. My answer is that's probably better than nothing, but I am a firm believer, and this is my opinion, that you really get good advice. Just one sentence or a paragraph, if done incorrectly, can kind of change what your intentions are, and so that's one of the reasons why you go to an attorney for that particular guidance. A lot of times you can do your taxes yourself, but the reason why you go to an accountant is that's what they specialize in, and they might think of something that you've never thought of, and this will give you the opportunity to to talk with that attorney and have them guide you to what might be best for you. So anyway, if you need any attorney recommendations, give me a call. I work with a couple of really good ones that I feel very confident in. My name is Mike Brady, Generosity Wealth Management. I am a registered rep with QA3 Financial, and you have a wonderful week. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.